guys, it's Sharon. Welcome back to my channel. This is my top 5 favorite palettes, eyeshadow palettes. There is, I think, one drugstore and the rest are all more high-end, but these are all my top 5 palettes that I reach for over and over and over. I travel with them. If I lost them, I would definitely go out and repurchase all of these. So let's just go ahead and hop right in. The first one is my absolute favorite. And this is one that I have not really seen anyone else talk about, and I found it just one of those days wandering through Ulta looking for what I could find, and it has become a favorite of mine. It is the Buxom Dolly's Wild Side eyeshadow palette, and on the back it just has all the colors back there with all the names. The front has that purple cheetah print. I love this palette. So the inside, it's all really, it's more of like a purpley toned palette, more cool toned, which I love. And I mean, it's just got some gorgeous shades in here. There's a really pretty champagne for highlighting. I don't want to blind you guys with that light because my light's really bright. So there's a really pretty champagne for highlight. And then this is like a pinky shimmer, which I love for like really simple days where I can just sweep it over the lid and looks gorgeous. And then we have a matte, kind of a mauvey pinky matte transition shade for the crease. And then this is my favorite shade. I've made quite a dent. This is Mink Magnet, and I love this one. It's so gorgeous. I'm actually wearing it on my eyes today. And then next is another crease shade, and that's in Spoiled Sexy. Just a deeper kind of mauve tone, you know, to fluff out in that outer crease. And then we've got a pop of color with Wild Nights. But this is one of my all-time favorite palettes, so love this. Definitely repurchase. If you haven't tried it, definitely check it out, especially if you love kind of those purpley, cool tone kind of shades. I love purples on my eyes. It's one of my favorites. Now, this is not like an all-purple palette, but it kind of vibes towards that side, so that's why I really like it. So definitely check it out if you think you might like those colors. And now next, kind of going along with that purpley theme, is a drugstore palette, and this is from Milani. They have really great eyeshadows. This is the 04 Plum Basics Everyday Eyes. I love this one. I have another one of their like neutral everyday eyes. I'm not sure what it's called, but I love this Plum Basics. It's my favorite. It's got a gorgeous cream. I actually have the brushes still in there. I'm not sure I haven't lost those. But we've got a cream shade in there. The lighting's not really doing it justice, but cream shade, a nice matte transition, and then we've got a really pretty shimmery pink and a pretty kind of shimmery deep purple for that outer V, and then there's a matte purple for blending. Sorry, my fingers are kind of in the way. Matte purple for blending, and then we also have a shimmery, also kind of pinky champagne-y color for like that brow bone or inner corner highlight. This is a palette that I reach for often. I love it. Now this pinky shade, I usually go in for the lid with like a cream pinky eyeshadow stick underneath just to make it really pop, but I definitely love this. It's definitely one of my favorites. I reach for it over and over and over and over again, and I would definitely recommend that you check it out if you haven't already. Next is from Too Faced. It is their Natural Eyes palette. This is one that's been around for quite a while. It actually took me a while to purchase it, but I am so glad I did. I love it. You know, I'm sure many of you know what it looks like inside. It's just your everyday basic. So basic, beautiful shadows for every day. There's a cream, all over cream. I love this transition shade. It is one of my favorites. They've got a really pretty shimmery pink. I love that for all over the lid. And then we've got these other colors in here. I don't really touch this chocolate martini. I don't really touch that one very much. It is a brown with gold glitter, and that's just not really what I'm going for. Honey Pot's really pretty, but I don't reach for as much as I should. Probably my most used shades are, of course, the 3 along the side. That's why they make them bigger, because I think everyone loves those. And then I also love to go in with these 2 matte shades at the top for just that crease and outer V. And then sometimes I'll go into, I really do like Push Up. That's a really pretty all over lid color as well that I do reach for a lot. So this is one of my favorite palettes to pack if I'm traveling. I don't travel a lot, but we do go to Wichita to see my boyfriend's family several times a year. So this is one of my favorites to grab just because it's so neutral and yet you can kind of vamp it up. Like if we were going to dinner, going to see any of his friends, you know, you can really vamp up that look pretty quick. And so that's why I love this palette, because it's just an all-in-one, has every single shade I could possibly want. You know, bring an eyeliner and mascara and you're good to go. Next is one that also is heavily talked about. Actually, the last two are really heavily talked about. This is from Tarte, the Tartelette in Bloom. Everyone loves this. I also have just the regular Tartelette palette that I love too. I debated putting that in here, but I'm just not a fan of like all over, all the time matte looks. I do like it. I do it on days for work when I'm just feeling pretty casual, not wanting to do a whole lot. But usually I gotta have some shimmer in my life. I love that shimmery eyelid color, and so that's why I love this palette, because it incorporates, you know, all of those beautiful mattes that Tartelette has, but it also has all those really pretty shimmers. So this has some really gorgeous colors in it. I won't go too in depth because I'm sure you've all seen a million videos on it. You know it's good if you don't already own it. I would definitely go check it out. It's beautiful. Another really great one to travel with, just because it has all those like matte, beautiful blending shades that you need, and also it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3 shimmers that can just really elevate any look. All the rest are completely matte, but I do love that because you don't need a whole lot of shimmer. You know, in like colors, you have your basics, and then you can go in with all the matte colors, because I mean, there's all these dark ones along the outer that are gorgeous for that outer color. There's kind of these purpley tones down here, which again, I love. So definitely a palette you should check out if you haven't already. If you have, let me know what your favorite colors are in this, because I love this one. Okay, and last but not least, another heavily talked about one, the Naked 2 palette. I almost put Naked 1 in here, but honestly, I don't love it as much as I love Naked 2. It's gotten more love over the years just because I've owned it longer. This I've had for about 2 years now. I got it as a Christmas gift from my boyfriend's mom. Didn't know I needed this in my life until I had it, and I love it. The only thing I wish it had more of is matte shades, because there's only 3. I'm sure you all know. There's the black, there's a transition shade, and then there is like well, I guess there's only 2. No, Foxy is matte. Sorry, don't mind me. Foxy is matte too. But I love, love, love this palette. Again, I love cool tones. I know warm trends are so popular right now to do those warm tone shadows, but it's just not my favorite thing in the world. I don't think it looks good on me. I think when I put those warm shadows on my eyes, it makes me look sick. So I'm not a big fan of the warm shadow trend, and I'm kind of ready to see that go and to see more cool tones come in here. So that is why I do love Naked 2. It is, again, one of my favorites. If you have Naked 1, or just the original Naked, or you have Naked 3, but you don't have Naked 2, I would definitely check it out, especially if you love those cool tone shadows, because that is what that's all about. Again, I'm not going to go in depth because this has been around the block. I'm sure you all know about it. You all know it's great. But if you haven't checked it out, definitely do. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Let me know below what your top 5 or top 2 or top 10, whatever, you know, your holy grail palette are. If you've done a video on this, let me know. I'd love to watch it. Link it below. And give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you like it. I will be uploading, my goal is Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Right now, we'll see if I stick to that schedule, but so far that's what I'm going for. So definitely stick around if you like this. Like I said, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye, guys.